everyone, I'm Charla Robinson with the Thunder Bay Chamber of Commerce, and this is In a Nutshell. Today, we're talking about how to get a building permit in Thunder Bay. In our last video, we learned that there are two major steps to getting a building permit. We heard from Jillian Fazio at the City of Thunder Bay's Planning Services Division about the first step, which is determining if the use you intend for your building is permitted by your zoning. We're here today with Deanne Gagnon from the City of Thunder Bay's Building Services Division to talk about the second step. Deanne, thanks for joining us.
Charla, thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to helping out.
So Deanne, I want to get a building permit. Assuming I've already been in touch with the planning services and I know that my building plans meet the zoning regulations, what's next?
Your first step is to download the application package for your project type from the city website. In that package, you'll find a list of the things you'll need to include with your submission. Once you've got all of the required information assembled, you submit the package and application fee to the Building Services Division.
Well, that seems pretty straightforward. Download the application package, check off all the things you'll need to include, submit the package, and your fee.
That's right.
So what kinds of things have to be included in the application?
Different building projects require different pieces of information to describe them. Generally speaking, the more complex a project you're planning, the more information you'll need to provide about it. At the very least, a completed building permit application includes completed application form, drawings of the project, which might have to be certified by a designer, engineer, or architect, plumbing information sheet, completed applicable law checklist, and application fee. Keep in mind that the more complex a project you're planning, the more requirements will be added to this list.
So based on your type of project, you may need to include more information.
That's right.
And about those drawings, one of the questions we've been asked is whether people can do their own drawings or if they have to hire a professional.
That's a good question, and one that's really relevant for business people. You can only do your own drawings if the project is a residence that you own with 1 or 2 units. You must hire a registered designer for all other multi-unit residential and small commercial projects. An architect and professional engineers are required for buildings that are bigger than 600 square meters or include assembly type occupancies like daycares, restaurants, and bars exceeding 30 seats, for example.
So I can only do my own drawings for a home I own.
That's right. Your own home or a rental you own with 2 units or less.
And once you've submitted all the information that's required, how long does it take to get the permit?
For small residential projects, you could receive your permit in 2 weeks or less. For larger projects, it can be 3 to 5 weeks. Keep in mind, however, that if your application isn't complete or does not comply with the regulations, extra steps may be required, adding time. Give us a call if you have questions at 807-625-2574. Building services staff are here to help.
Thanks so much, Deanne, for answering these questions. So in a nutshell, if you're planning to build, lease, or buy, your first step should be to call Planning Services to learn if the zoning permits your intended use. Once you know you can go ahead, you'll download an application package and assemble the information it calls for. Submit the application, all the required information, and the application fee to Building Services, and then depending on your project type, if your application is complete, you'll receive your permit in 2 to 5 weeks. Thanks for joining us on this edition of In a Nutshell. Have you got questions? Send an email to chamber@tbchamber.ca and we'll do our best to get you an answer.